So I would go out and I would practice giving lectures or talks, and this goes for all of you on like I say, on the plants. You're there, all your friends, and sit around and have a talk and learn and work yourself in how, because what you can see in here in the mind doesn't always come out here, and I know a lot of you know that. And so you know what you want to say, but it doesn't form and come out. So you work that. You work that to where that rhythm is good. Do you see it and you articulate it? And that's what I would do, is work myself that way. And then you're going to have some bumps and stuff. Intellectualism, you got to have some knowledge. This guy hit me about the intellect. It's not about the intellect. It's about the mind. And there's a difference between mind and consciousness. Thoughts and intellectualism and consciousness. Consciousness is far greater, can see more, know more, because it is the substance of all life. The mind is a very limited tool that can get you into trouble, and man is very immature in his mind. I can introduce you to some people that are very mature in their mind that would show you what I'm talking about. So I would work that, work it in that way. Number two, also many women are asking me about detoxification while pregnant or nursing. Excellent question, okay? Now, I'll put it this way. We've had women in here that have been pregnant with cancer, okay? Now, keep in mind, we don't treat cancer. We don't look at cancer disease. We understand what cancer really is, don't we? It's acid damage to cells. So we know that system is the lymph system. I am always for the mother first. So I'm going to go after the health of that mother, hoping that she'll carry the fetus. But I'm going after the health of that mother, because that's what's key, and no matter what. So, but when you're pregnant and nursing, I don't detoxify. When you're nursing, you detoxify. You're going to detoxify your baby. That's okay if you do it slowly, okay. All right, that's okay. But in extreme situations, then you have to take the baby off and detoxify yourself aggressively if you're dealing with cancer. If you're not dealing with cancer, then as you clean yourself up, you'll clean your baby up. I've detoxified a ton of infants. And so, I remember one kid, he was shedding his skin. The parents were detoxifying him so fast. Came out an extremely healthy and aware baby, but people freaked out. But I can just tell you with pregnancy, I'd rather just kind of slow things down, eat healthy. You can always go on a kidney formula, an endocrine gland formula, stomach and bowel formula. I'm real cautious with the lymphatic herbs, and it's just me. I'm just real cautious with them. Some pregnant women have bellied up, but I'm real cautious with the lymphatic herbs without pushing detox too much. Although you go on a raw food diet, you can't stop your body from wanting to be well. So, you have to go down that road, but you have to consider the health of the fetus too. If it's a weak fetus and the mother aborts it, well, then she can conceive and have another one, because it's soul that's the issue here. Soul will wait and come into her other body that she prepares. So you have to understand more about how creation is put up, whether you don't want the spiritual side in here or not. There's some things you've got to learn in the health of this, and one of them is that we're souls. I don't care what religion you're from. Get that down, that you're not the physical body. If you believe that, okay, but not going to get along with me well, because we're not the human body. And when you have sick people, I go after these cases like that. One woman went on all fruit on the third day, had no milk in her breast. That's interesting to me, and it is possible that the body shifted to detoxification and quit producing milk. And that's what I mean about activity as well. You can't run and have a lot of activity and detoxify at the same time, because your body has to turn the energy away from elimination and put it to the muscles and everything. So really focused energy really gets more done here. So probably a good example of why you shouldn't detoxify too aggressively when you're a nursing mother. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. And the toxins going through the milk. Well, the toxins are going to go through the lymph system, but your nutrition will get into the milk, that's for sure. The toxins won't go through the milk so much. Let me tell you, the toxins are already in the baby. I can tell you that already. When you're a female and you conceive, your baby's hooked right to your lymph system, and your lymph system becomes the baby's lymph system. We see that all the time there, so it's too late. And you can wean the baby. The best time to wean a baby is before 2 years. Jennifer, she's only 7 months old, and she's got her on vegetables and fruits already. And she has no teeth yet. So I have 7-month-old cancer cases, and they're on fruits. So somewhere in there, I do like to keep them on a good, coconut milk, almond milk, and kind of a nice mixture there, and keep them moving. The medical profession considers 2 years old the weaning time. I concur with that, although a year before that, even introduce the fruits and berries and start going down that line. But after 2 years, we can't digest milk anymore. So why would you even drink it? This is about breaking a fast. Some people say it is not broken properly. A person can screw up their metabolism. Well, you know what? You always break a fast and start a fast on fruit. It's just that simple. You break a fast on fruit and you start a fast on fruit. So you get rid of depending how long you want to go, you want to build up a 1, 2, 3 day fruit diet before you jump off into fasting. And the same way with coming off. You want to come off with 2 or 3 days of juice fasting. If you want to have 1 day of fruit juices, if you're doing a 40-day fast. But I have tons of people do 40-day fasts here, and they do a salad after, but they're doing fruit fasts. So yeah, you just be gentle that way on yourself, and you'll be good. Superfoods. I love superfoods. Look at my superfood blend. It's a good blend. There's a lot of good superfood blends out there. And there's some where they put digestive enzymes and probiotics. They have a good superfood blend. Some lady brought one in the other day. I can't remember the company. Great superfood blend. And then they started messing with it. Probiotics, digestive enzymes, and they added other stuff in. It's like, oh, man. Of course, if you want spirulina, Corelli, if you want palm scum, okay. I do like the hemp protein, the goji berries, the chia powder. All that stuff's good. I like the royal jelly. I put that in my superfood. Cost me a lot of money to get it, but I like it. Synergy powder, I don't know what that is. Seems like everyone has glandular problems. No kidding. A little study of the endocrine glands will show that right off. What is the best suggestion for someone not taking glandulars but expressing many? The only other situation you have is herbs. I'm telling you, if you don't use glandulars, you have herbs. That's it. And most of the herbs, we don't know which herbs are really the best for glands except for the berries. I will say that it's always a lymphatic issue. So you research as much, you look at our endocrine gland formulas, and you use them. I'd probably take a lot of them. I'd probably overdo the endocrine gland formula and adrenal formulas. If you have high blood pressure, I don't recommend licorice. Just keep that as a side note. I want to make sure that I get all this, trying to keep this list so I can have a nice, so you can have access to this without reviewing them, if you want to view what we're saying here. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do, sweetheart. You just have to use the herbs if you don't use the thing. And you're in the mountains of Israel? Cool beans. I've got a lot of great Israelis that come here, and I hope that we become worldwide and a power to be reckoned with, and people like you. I love people like you. I love these questions, good questions. You keep working them. You keep helping your people. I'm just a little cautious with pregnancy and nursing, of course, but it doesn't stop me from doing the raw. Getting them up too high on detox, I'd probably wait, unless they're in trouble, of course. Here's one, ferritin levels, heavy menstruation with clots, fruit diet and juice vegetables, what fruits and vegetables are high in iron and protein, or what fruits and vegetables are high in iron and protein. Well, your greens are going to always have more amino acids, I think, than your vegetables. Than your fruits, because they're more complex structures. So if you want more amino acids, go to your alfalfa is considered one of your top amino acid plants. Again, I like the kelps, the seaweeds and stuff. I really think the seaweeds are great in terms of nutrition. All your spinaches and all that, of course, are great. Clean up your bowels. This is you have to clean the mucosa in the bowel. Clean up the GI tract, get the plaque out of there, go into the bowel wall, get that interstitial lymphatic constipation out of there, and really start regenerating the gut tissue and the adrenal glands, get the kidneys moving, and this will help pull you out of this problem here. Beets might help you a little bit there too. Beet bulbs, a lot of dark greens. You have low hydrochloric acid and pancreatic insufficiency. I would do the pancreatic herbs, the capsules, if you are not producing enough digestive enzymes. Could be also not enough bicarbonate. I would do absolutely no protein. You don't want to take HCl at all. You want to restore the stomach tissue and pancreatic tissue, the gut tissue. This is telling me that you have chronic issues. Is your eyes hazel? If your eyes is hazel, you have chronic bowels. If you have blue eyes but you have brown around the pupil, that's chronic bowels. But I can tell you what I see here. You have chronic gut, you got chronic small bowels, you got pancreatic issues, so and maybe even some liver. So that's what's neat about the herbs, is you can go into these different tissues with the herbs, clean up the gut here, get away from protein. I'll tell you right now, that's not your case here. Can't use protein anyway, remember that? It's amino acids that the body requires. You get plenty in fruits and vegetables. What you need to do is restore the health of the gut tissue, and then you can produce your own hydrochloric acid better and your own pancreatic enzymes. Supplying them and supplying HCl will only serve to shut down your ability to produce. You just get yourself worse and worse and worse for the sake of symptoms. So you have to get away from the foods that require you to do this. And fruits does not require you to take HCl. Low in digestive enzymes, use the pancreatic herbs, the capsules. And then I would super chew, especially if you're doing vegetables. I would probably do, for a while, I would probably just go on a fruit diet with green drinks and get away from the fiber of fruits, because you're not having a good digestive experience with them. You're going to get excessive fermentation. You're going to get gas and bloatiness, and that's not going to serve you any good. You're not going to be happy with that. So I would get that fiber out of there. That's why I invented juice extractors. Could that mean we're not really designed to have vegetables? Maybe, I don't know. But it's enough to say that the fruits are going to be much better for you. Super chew. Chew, chew, chew. Digest your food in your mouth first, and that'll go down. At the same time, get your pancreas working. Go with that, with the pancreatic formula. Maybe pick up a liver formula. Work on the GI tract. And all this will restore itself. Remember, kidneys and adrenals and lymph. Always kidneys, adrenals, and lymph, and endocrine gland. You're going to do all those together. Because you got to get away from taking these pills, because you're going to do yourself a disfavor when you wake up someday and can't digest anything, honey. So you can't do this. The Puritan 6. Male.